Hello, Cryptonauts, and welcome back to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I am your host, Blockchain John, here with my co-host, Jake Jabrelli, to give you the top 10 daily stats as well as your crypto news of the day. Jake, how's it going? It's the weekend, December 19th. What you been up to?
Oh, I've been doing a lot of mining stuff like I always do, and I'm not doing anything else. I'm kind of glad that we're between weather and patterns right now. It was sunny now today, even though it's cold. It's going to be raining next week over Christmas. So,
Mm-hmm.
besides that, this content is for entertainment purposes only. Any comments made by us, the host, or any guests we may have on the show is not financial advice. Back to you, John.
All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, let's get started with your top 10 daily stats, starting off with the infamous Bitcoin, settling at $47,182.03 with a 7-day loss of 4.3% and a market cap of $891 billion. Ethereum settling at $3,960.75 with a 7-day loss of 2.9% and a market cap of $471 billion. Number 3, Binance Coin settling at $531.46 with a 7-day loss of 5.8% and a market cap of $89 billion. Number 4, Tether settling at 99 cents with a 7-day loss of 0.2% and a market cap of $77 billion. Number 5, Solana settling at $182.06 with a 7-day gain of 5.9% and a market cap of $56 billion. Number 6, USD coin settling at 99 cents with a 7-day gain of 0.2%. That's kind of odd. With a market cap of $42 billion. Yep. Cardano settling at $1.26 with a 7-day loss of 6.6% and a market cap of $40 billion. Number 8, XRP. Looks like it's moving down, right? Settling at 84 cents with a 7-day gain of 0.7% and a market cap of $39 billion. Number 9, Terra. Wow. Settling at $77.77 with a 7-day gain of gobs of 30.2% and a market cap of $28 billion. Number 10, Polkadot. Wow. Settling at $25.04 with a 7-day loss of 9.8% and a market cap of $26 billion. That there, Cryptonauts, is your top 10 daily stats. Right underneath that, the extra 5 that Jake likes to talk about is Avalanche, Dogecoin, Shiba, Polygon, and Binance USD. All right. Oh, let's talk about the entire market cap. The entire market cap of all cryptos all around the world is around $2.33 trillion, up by 0.3%. Make sure you collect your daily candies. Up in the top right corner, you see a little candy jar there. And I still got about half an hour before I collect my dailies today. Hey, you can get yourself some rewards. Click on the rewards tab. You get yourself some awesome discounts and some NFTs. All right, Jake, back to you.
Alrighty. We appreciate everyone who listens to our show and or watches on YouTube. And like and subscribe that content. If you like it, we really appreciate the thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, we post every Wednesday and Sunday for this podcast. We also post on Thursdays for interviews, as well as almost every single day if you're following John on crypto Twitter. You can check us out on Discord. There's always a lot of interesting things going on in Discord. Quite a few people participate in there on a regular basis, all the different kinds of coins that we talk about and tokens. But if you can benefit in the economy of Discord, which we give you, or we will reward you by doing work and or posting. Just making posts will get you tokens from C3 Media. We also have a Patreon, and on a Patreon you can check that out too. There's different levels you subscribe at, 3, 5, and 10. Each more content. And then if you don't want to in any other way, we accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, BAT, and Raven Coin. All the links are in the description below.
Below. Yeah, so Twitter Spaces, what we did yesterday was it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. We had a discussion about Ravencoin and AMC. because AMC is considering moving into the crypto space. So a lot of the AMC community, which they're a massive community, they're pretty much like the ape movement that's going around in crypto. If you know anything about apes, they're the ones behind the apes, and they are trying to get AMC to migrate over to crypto. And the Ravencoin community decided to put this space together and pretty much talk about why they would be the best blockchain to use for AMC. So that's kind of cool. That was kind of cool to be a part of. All right, let's get started with you. What was that?
With the news, yeah.
Yeah, let's get started with your news of the day. First one written by Tim Haki. This week on crypto Twitter. Okay. Musk pumps Dogecoin and mocks Warren. Melania Trump goes NFT. Okay. Let's see. This week on crypto Twitter, Elon Musk dominates crypto Twitter this week. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO found himself in Senator Elizabeth Warren's crosshairs on Monday and promptly went on the defensive. He also made a big announcement about Tesla and Dogecoin, and later he even surfaced on Turkish Twitter. Former First Lady Melania Trump also announced her first step into crypto through a new NFT venture. Read on to find out in our weekly roundup of crypto Twitter buzz that was. Musk Mania on Monday. Time named Elon Musk its 2021 Person of the Year. The magazine, which has gone all in on NFTs, surely knew Musk is a loose cannon on Twitter, and it only took one day for him to fire off tweets that led some people to criticize Time for choosing him. On Tuesday, Musk got around to replying to a Monday tweet from Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren that targets Musk. Quote, "Let's change the rig tax code so that the person of the year will actually pay taxes and stop freeloading off everyone else." Wow. Okay. Musk replied, "Stop projecting. You remind me of when I was a kid and my friend's angry mom would just randomly yell at everyone for no reason." Of course, Musk would tweet that. 13 minutes later, he tweeted another response, even saltier. Please don't call the manager on me, Senator Karen." What? No, he didn't. He did. Wow.
Yep.
He didn't stop there. A few hours later, Musk was back on Twitter with a comment that replied more directly to Warren's specific critique. "And if you opened your eyes for 2 seconds, you would realize I will pay more taxes than any American in history this year." Wow. Jeez. His fifth and
It's
final...
not wrong.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
Mm-hmm. His fifth and final jab was pithy. Don't spend it all at once. Oh, wait. You already did. Warren didn't reply. Wow. Early in the day on Tuesday, hours before he went after Warren, Musk casually tweeted that Tesla will accept Dogecoin for merchandise payments and see how it goes. The world's favorite meme coin surged 20% from his tweet. Later, did it actually?
I think that's a good move. I'm glad he did that because it's not. You can't buy the cars, but you can buy the merch, and that's what Dogecoin should be for, anyways.
I like that idea. Yeah. The where am I at? I lost my spot. Yeah, there it is. Later in this week. Yeah, later in the week, Musk popped up on Turkish Twitter with a piece of crypto-related news. The Tesla CEO's other company, rocket manufacturer SpaceX, was selected by the Turkish Republic to launch 2 satellites this year for the state-owned communication satellite operator Turksat. I wonder how that works. Where do they launch it at? Is it still going to be in the States or in Turkey?
It'll be in space.
Right, but where are they going to do the launch at?
Probably from the United States, where SpaceX is located, since they have all their equipment there.
Right. The first launch was
They'll just have to ship the stuff over to Houston. So
yeah. The first launch was back in January. The second one was being launched today. As a thank you, President how do you say that? Erdogan told Musk over a video conference that he will receive an NFT made of satellite art created by 5,000 school children. Isn't that nice? That is actually cool, dude. I think that's cool. On Thursday, the former First Lady Melania Trump tweeted that she will launch the Melania Trump NFT platform, which will sell NFTs exclusively via her website, melaniatrump.com. Her first NFT releases will be minted on Solana within minutes. A Solana Labs spokesperson sent Crypto Media this statement, quote, I wanted to inform you to avoid any confusion that her choice to use Solana blockchain was completely organic, and this project is not part of any Solana-led initiative. Mm-hmm. Trump,
Sure.
Exactly. Trump's first NFT project is a collaboration with watercolorist Mark Anthony Colon.
Probably.
Yeah, the debut piece is called Melania's Vision and embodies Miss Trump's cobalt blue eyes, according to a statement from the former First Lady. The buyer of the NFT will also get a physical amulet and an audio recording of the former First Lady giving a message of hope. Okay.
It's the kind of thing I definitely don't look forward to. Even if they gave me one for free, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. I'll take it.
If it's for infamy, I'd own it for infamy. Like, oh, I own one of the shittiest pieces of junk that was ever made into an NFT.
Scam coin.
Also, Melania Trump.
Anyone who purchases a Melania Trump NFT will receive a digital copy, a physical copy, and an accessory. Melania's Vision will go on sale for one sol, about $185, and proceeds of all of her NFTs will go towards her Best Bee initiative, a charity to help disadvantaged children. Gamers versus NFTs. On Thursday, game developers GSC Game World canceled its plans for NFTs in its upcoming title Stalker 2 after vocal backlash from the gaming world. Of course, gamers will backlash. This isn't the first time gamers will have reacted strongly to an NFT announcement. Ubisoft faced a similar response over its decision to implement NFTs in its new Ghost Recon game. And Discord scraped a possible MetaMask wallet integration due to similar responses. Yeah, gamers, man, they will eat you alive. Gamers' rejections of NFTs has yet to be addressed adequately by the industry, but the clash is unlikely to dissipate just yet. Many of them appear convinced that NFTs are stupid, or a shameless cash grab, or bad for the environment, or all of the above. All right.
But somebody made a really good comment. I want to interject on this that I heard yesterday was we talk about how much power NFTs, how much power is used to generate NFTs. What we don't talk about, and this is the thing that irks me no end, when people bring up, well, electric cars, or it takes energy and like that. Nobody talks about how much energy it takes to make gasoline and make other things like that. Let's talk about how much energy is wasted on playing Xbox games. Nobody talks about that because it's never been a topic of discussion, right?
Wow.
It's entertainment. Nobody cares that it has no point other than making you happy, right? So if we look at it from that standpoint and say, oh, look, all this wasted energy. Why do you guys keep playing Xbox and Sony PlayStation? You're wasting all that power.
Wow, backlash.
Nobody talks about that because nobody cares. Right. So how much power is wasted playing Xbox and PlayStation? Probably way, way, way more than is wasted on Bitcoin alone.
Wow.
And nobody cares about that because you're not even making anything when you're playing on a PlayStation or Xbox. You're not making anything. You're literally wasting time if you want to look at it that way. I'm not saying it's a waste of time. I'm saying it's not producing anything. At least NFTs are a production of something that can be useful. All the time you spent playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure doesn't have anything to show for it.
All right, that's a hard.
Sorry to rant in the middle of your article, but
that's okay. It's okay.
It's a good point. The point is, there's so many things that we spend energy on that nobody gives a crap about. And yet you're complaining that NFTs are useless? No, actually, they have a purpose.
You're right. Yeah, I have not heard that argument come to play. So there you are. You heard it here first on Cryptocurrency Chat. Finally, Adidas.
There's my 2 Satoshis.
There's your 2 Satoshis of the day, right? Finally, Adidas Originals debut NFT drop on Friday. A collaboration with Bored Ape Yacht Club's Punk's Comet NFTs creator Pixel Vault and NFT collector G Money netted $23.4 million in just a few hours. Wow. To become the #1 NFT project by daily trading volume yesterday, though it has since dropped to second place today according to CryptoSlam. In Adidas general sale, the NFTs were capped to 2 per customer, but that didn't stop one customer from devising a fascinating workaround using a custom smart contract. Of course, the contract generated 165 subcontracts with unique addresses. Each sub-smart contract minted 2 NFTs apiece in one transaction, then sent the 330 NFTs over to the creator's main ETH address. Blockchain engineer Montana Wong explained it all in a thread, which was later verified by the contract's creator. There you go, of course. There you go. It was altogether another wild and spicy week in crypto Twitter, despite a lull in the coin market. Sometimes prices are the least interesting thing about crypto. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. For all the skepticism and throwback that comes against NFTs, I get it. You could just right click and store the photo. That's not the point. The point is what's underneath it. An NFT is just a visual, or the photo is just a visual representation of what the NFT represents. That's the thing people don't seem to get. I actually appreciate Ubisoft's action. Everybody's like all over Ubisoft, like, how dare you make this stupid NFT thing? But people don't seem to realize, and this is like the smart investors' real, true perspective on what NFTs are valuable as. The initial sell of an NFT isn't where the money is. The real money is in the secondary market. When you mint all these NFTs as the creator, then when people resell those NFTs, you get a chunk every single time. That's why Ubisoft is doing it. That's why they care. Not necessarily because they're thinking, oh, people are going to buy a lot, or even they might not even buy those NFTs that they're putting out. They might just be giveaways, but they know that people are going to sell them.
Well, hold
and
on.
they know they're going to get a cut every single time.
Hold on. Just last week, you're bashing Ubisoft for doing this because the way they have it all structured, basically the NFTs are created. You can't do anything with them. You can't even sell them.
No. I was bashing it because of their original rule set. But that was because the rules were so restrictive. It didn't say anything about secondary market resales.
Okay.
The reason gamers were hating on them is because they look at them as just a money grab, which is some way of looking at exactly what Ubisoft is doing. I'm not saying they're not. They are. What I'm trying to make a point of is they're getting into the game for the long haul, which is what I appreciate. I always appreciate it when people get into crypto for the long haul because that's what it's about. Crypto is going to be around as long as computers are, most likely they will be, in 200 years. We may not even be alive for that. Most people don't live over 100 years. So in 200 years, these things will still exist.
All right.
I'm for that. I mean, it's longevity. It's something that it's like Johnny Harris said, and we talked about this pre-show, was it's not just the longevity of something, it is the practicality of something. We had the web version 1, which was read-only websites. And then in the early 2000s, we had Twitter, and that was Web 2.0, effectively the start of it, where people started being able to interact with online content. That's Web 2.0. Web 3.0 is when we take away the control from places like Facebook and Google and the government and start to own it as a community, and where everybody gets a piece and everybody gets a share.
DeFi.
That's Web 3.0, where the community and the world gets to own the content, not just monoliths of industry.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving into the next step, the next phase, and that's what crypto is. Crypto is the next phase of the web. Who's to know what will happen thereafter? Hopefully, it will be beneficial to everyone. Sorry to rant again. All right, continuing with the news. Into Grim Finance hacked for $30 million in funds. This article is written by Jeff Benson. What did you expect? Something named Grim to deliver good news? Grim Finance, a DeFi protocol, was hacked for $30 million worth of tokens Saturday. It confirmed in an advance attack, according to a tweet from the project. The exploit was found in a vault contract, so all of the vaults and deposited funds are currently at risk. Grim calls itself a compounding yield optimizer, meaning it promises to wring extra value from liquidity provider tokens that users receive from decentralized exchanges if they lock them up in a Grim vault. Grim touts its in its protocol documentation, helping users reap, keyword there, more rewards hassle-free. The protocol is built atop the Phantom Opera blockchain, a smart contract-enabled platform that is built using the Solidity language and is compatible with Ethereum. The hacker used a re-entrancy attack, which is an exploit that allows someone to fake additional deposits into a vault while an initial transaction still going, thereby tricking the protocol. Here's a quote or a Twitter tweet regarding that. We have contacted and notified Circle USDC, DAI, and AnySwap regarding the attacker address to potentially freeze any further fund transfers, Grim tweeted. But the attacker has already been laundering the ill-gotten funds through stablecoin transfers. The Rugdoc.io, a DeFi watchdog group of smart contract auditors and investors, said Grim Finance should have known better and used a re-entrancy guard. Hopefully, all projects can draw lessons from this incident, that there is much knowledge and most experienced Solidity devs have at hand, it tweeted. If you haven't acquired this yet, don't build multi-million-dollar projects. Don't get audits from companies which everyone knows are useless. Shame, 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 they're basically saying. Grim shared an audit of its finance token and vault contracts from Solidity Finance. According to Solidity Finance report, re-entrancy guard is used in relevant locations to preempt re-entrancy attacks. As of Sunday afternoon, all deposits into Grim Finance vaults remain paused to prevent further theft. I want to make just one quick comment on this in general, not just on Grim Finance, but I will say, having been a noob to certain industries, I would say even to my own industry of crypto mining, is entirely possible to get oneself ahead of put the cart before the horse when we have dollar signs in your eyes, and people are just like, oh, well, that'll be fine. We'll just be making tons of money. Yeah, until someone steals it all out from underneath you. And I think the thing I'm thinking in particular, although it's not particularly theft, is there's a couple things that I don't like about my current situation with my mining farm. One of the things I'll probably get backlash. People are going to comment on this video and they're like, why wouldn't you do that? Well, I'm only one person, and even though I do have help, I'm pretty much doing this by myself. I can't think of everything. It's nice to have experience, and once you have experience, you can put those things down and make sure you don't do those things wrong. Fortunately, one of the guys on my team is a security officer, and he's really good with security IT. And he's done a lot of things to make sure that what we do is safe. But even he can't remember to do everything. And obviously that's a good thing. If we had more people, we might be able to do more. But I have had a couple of issues with my farm, and I couldn't have known, even with all the IT experience I have. You just can't know everything. And so it's unfortunate that Grim Finance got hacked for $30 million. This is a hard lesson. Don't put your private keys in your YouTube videos, folks. People will steal them. Yeah. And I didn't mean to, but somebody was smart enough to stop that video and take them. Lost some money because of my foolishness. So, yeah, like they say, the adage is, a fool and his money are soon parted. Sorry, Grim Finance. You were foolish.
Perfect.
That's all I got to say about that. Want to hit Radioshack?
I'll do the Radioshack. All right, this one's written by Jeff Benson. Yes, Radioshack has pivoted to DeFi. For years, electronics retailer Radioshack used the slogan, "You've got questions, we've got answers." After the moribund chain's latest move, people have a lot of questions. Over the weekend, the company confirmed a pivot into decentralized finance, DeFi, the name for blockchain-based protocols that allow people to send, receive, trade, lend, and borrow funds without intermediaries. Radioshack DeFi, the website now reads, will be the bridge between the CEO who controls the world's corporations and the new world of cryptocurrencies. According to documents on the website, Radioshack and Radioshack alone can bridge the gap and cross the chasms of mainstream usage for cryptocurrency. If you raise your hand to ask questions, we see you. The website touts a partnership with Atlas USV, Universal Store of Value, a DeFi protocol that allows applications to be built on top of it. Radioshack DeFi aims to begin by creating a decentralized exchange, DEX, in the vein of Uniswap or SushiSwap that taps into liquidity pools. This model lets token holders trade directly for any other tokens. Atlas Ethereum's based token USV is new enough that it isn't even one of the 10,000 plus assets tracked by CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, though it can be traded on DEXs. According to Radioshack, the protocol allows USV users to purchase third-party tokens in its open market and then transfer them to the Atlas USV treasury in return for discounted USV tokens. If you never heard of Atlas USV, which is supplying the technology for the venture, you might not be surprised to hear that it's the brainchild of Alex Mayer and Tai Lopez, the same men who bought Radioshack last year. Oh, really? I didn't know Tai Lopez got it. Lopez confirmed in a video post on December 11th that he is taking Radioshack on the blockchain. It'll be the first huge mainstream brand that flipped completely into crypto. He also teased the upcoming release of Atlas USV. And here's a tweet from Ty. It says, what are the odds of the world's economy flips to the majority cryptocurrency? Not as crazy as it seems. I'm bringing my rich crypto friends on a Zoom training seminar this week. It's free for those who join quickly. Don't miss the thread. Claim your seat. And there he is. Wow, Ty. I was actually listening to Ty in a, where was he at? What was I watching? I think it was a Twitter space. I think it was.
Probably. He's really big on Twitter in general, so.
Yeah, he was doing a space meetup there. Yeah. Radioshack, a once ubiquitous electronic store, couldn't weather the e-commerce boom. It filed for bankruptcy in 2015 and again in 2017. It's since carved out a humble existence post-bankruptcy as a parts supplier for Hobbytown USA while keeping several hundred franchised shops open and maintaining an online store. Retail e-commerce venture, Rev, run by CEO, Mayor, and Executive Chairman Lopez, bought it in 2020. In fact, Rev owns many of the shares that used to define U.S. retail, including Pier 1, Linen & Things, and Dress Barn. Its general strategy is to pivot failing retailers away from storefronts and into e-commerce while courting co-investors to pitch in. They're kind of like house flippers, only they deal in rejuvenating the image of defunct legacy brands. Okay, put your hands down because we're about to answer what you really want to know. Yes, Radioshack Swap, or whatever its name becomes, will launch its own token, Radio. Interested members of the public can sign up for a notification of the launch, but the plan is to distribute 10 billion Radio tokens. By the company hasn't yet shared how or to whom they will be distributed, unless, of course, Mayer and Lopez pranking everyone in crypto. So with Radio coming soon, the natural next question is, when Pier 1 token?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think this is kind of brilliant what Rev is doing. It's the revitalization of brands that are failing. I kind of wish they'd gotten to Montgomery Ward before it disappeared, or JCPenney or something, or even Sears for that matter. It just seems like these old companies. In fact, I think PG&E was, PG&E is not technically dead yet, but it's gone through 2 bankruptcies. I feel like redressing a failing company is not a bad thing. They're buying these things on the, picking up and saying, "Hey, we can help these companies, rebuild themselves into some brand and taking them more, e-commerce," which they should have done in the first place. If Radioshack had gone e-commerce more instead of pivoting to cell phones, which is dumb in my opinion, they would have actually, gone somewhere. But the problem is and this is the observation I'm making. Obviously, do I know exactly what they did wrong? No, I don't. But is in recognizing that most of the people who created these businesses were from an older time, an older thought process, an older way of just doing business in general. And when they needed to pivot, they couldn't. So Rev is doing that, buying them up once they're on the brink, and redressing them to be more effective in the current state of the world in commerce as it is. And I sincerely appreciate it, despite the fact that I'm really not a fan of Tai Lopez. But I appreciate that at least Mayer is primarily in control of this, and Lopez is probably just steering it. To see something like that happen, it's hard to know if Radioshack's radio token will revitalize Radioshack in its entirety. But I guess people from my generation will probably appreciate it, because Radioshack, I used it a lot. I used to go to there all the time, and it was really sad watching it disappear. But when companies aren't good at pivoting to the new tech, they have this option, I guess, even if it's not necessarily the greatest option. So I appreciate this idea. If it works, great.
Yep. All right. Let's see.
So
That's
further news.
Yep. Let's see what else there is. There's not too many news
Adidas
today,
first
huh?
Ethernet.
You got that?
Ethernet NFT drops nets 23 million and shoots at the top of the charts. That sounds interesting.
Okay.
I'll read that one. Adidas first Ethereum NFT. I'm not so thrilled it's in Ethereum, but anyways, NFT drop nets $23 million and shoots to the top of the charts. By Tamaki.
Oh, we sort of read that one, didn't
giant. Did we? No,
wasn't it like the first one?
What was the first one? The first one was in crypto Twitter. Did we talk about?
No,
Adidas?
You're fine. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're right. We did, because Adidas had their NFT cap 2 per customer. Oh, you're right. No, we did read about that. My bad. I forgot. There's a crypto Twitter commentary. Will brands ruin the metaverse? Oh, it might. No, I don't think so. I think brands are what the metaverse is currently about, or at least where all the money's coming from. What do you think about that one?
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it out here. From Daniel Roberts. Last week, Pepsi launched its first NFT collection, a series of cartoon microphones with Pepsi logo noses. Budweiser, which bought an NFT and Ethereum domain name in August, changed its Twitter handle to beer.eth, responded, "Welcome, brand friend Wagme." Pepsi replied, "Thanks, friend Wagme." I said Wagme, I don't know. Facebook, which renamed itself Meta in October, tweeted to Pepsi, "This is going to look great in the metaverse." Sounds so cringe. As crypto Twitter users summed up the exchanges, "Just nuke it all." Another replied dryly, "We've become the very thing we set out to destroy." This month also saw Adidas buy a Bored Ape NFT and overlay branded clothing on top of it, and announced a metaverse project with a studio behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. Not to be left out, Nike bought RTFKT, a metaverse sneaker studio. White Castle bought a Seahams NFT and an Ethereum domain name. Nike's move, in particular, prompted backlash among crypto people. Emma Jane McKinnon-Lee of Digital Axe tweeted to RTFKT, "Congrats on your exit from Web3. It's a shame that you weren't in it for the long haul. So much to do to revolutionize fashion and break away from legacy control." There were many RIP RTKFT replies. KT. It's RTFKT. A clash is brewing, Much like the many recent examples of gamers getting angry over crypto invading their platforms, the outrage can cut the other way. Crypto people can see that brands are rushing into Web3 and making it uncool. Well, where do you think the money's going to come from? Crypto lingo like Wagme, "we are going to make it," is what it means. Could die a quick death when you have Pepsi proudly tweeting it, and Facebook's attempt to reclaim the word meta has even Keanu Reeves pleading, "Can we just not have metaverse be invented by Facebook? Thank you." The concept of metaverse is way older than that. He should know. He was in the Matrix. But what about the tech itself? Beyond their attempted adoption of crypto language, brands are rushing to stake ownership claims in the metaverse and are already suing to do it. The idea of gated areas owned by centralized corporations is antithetical to the whole point of the metaverse. NMO chairman Yatsu says tech giants like Facebook, Tencent represent the biggest threat to an open metaverse, while Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney says no company can own the metaverse, but with 2 billion users and $930 billion market cap, Meta is making a formidable go at it. It also feels like 2018 blockchain, not Bitcoin hype cycle, when banks and other financial institutions started saying that they were building their own blockchain. Crypto, not so much. This was still icky to them. The whole proposition of blockchain is that it's permissionless, open, peer-to-peer, decentralized. Closed, permissioned blockchain controlled by JP Morgan misses the whole point. Sorry, I'm adding my colorful commentary in there. And then came the blockchain names punctuated by Long Island iced tea, changing its name to Long Blockchain. Might all the brands buy up the .eth domains, make them might all the brands buying up .eth domains domain names make having one of those names a lot less cool? On the other hand, if you believe the metaverse is real and here to stay, and so are cool tools like Ethereum domain names, NFTs, and DeFi pools, then you don't mind brands rushing in because it all truly goes mainstream. Because if it all truly goes mainstream, anyone will be in, or rather, everyone will be in. And for crypto to grow, it needs to open its arms to everyone and create easier user experience on ramps for newcomers. But still, it's hard to look at a cartoon microphone with a Pepsi logo on it without a serious sense of cringe. So there's a further comment from Roberts on crypto, a weak column from Decrypt editor-in-chief Daniel Roberts and Decrypt executive staff Jeff John Roberts. So in any case, I guess the as I said in my initial statement and my further commentary, getting brands in on this stuff does seem to bring more money, of course, because they're putting money into it and putting effort into it, and that's not entirely bad. But it also pulls in the crypto muggles, people who don't know anything about it and don't have the stigma that that the people who are currently on the inside like us kind of look at it as like, oh, brands, oh, centralization, what are you doing? But if it's not good and they've minted these NFTs onto the blockchain and it doesn't work out, they'll just leave. Those things will stay, and maybe they'll become weird ass old school memes. They're like, oh, remember when Pepsi made? Does anybody have those things? Those crappy NFTs still? Oh man, those are so cringy. Let's sell them.
Let me ask you this: this image here on the top of the mic drops. Does this, when you first look at it, do you immediately think, oh, that's Pepsi?
No.
Yeah, I don't understand where they got the idea to make mic drops. Who came up with this idea? It doesn't represent Pepsi at all.
Some social media person with Pepsi thought it would probably be interesting and fun. I have no idea how
I want to know the connection between Pepsi and mic drop. I don't understand it. And this has no, like, when I first see it, like, if I'm a new person coming in and I said, oh, there's mics, who's behind this?
Why does that have anything to do with Pepsi? Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
I would go so far as to say that it's the same thing as the Crazy Frog NFT that's coming out, or NFT series. It's like Crazy Frog was bad when it came out. It's bad now. Why do we want to hype this? Why do we want to sell this? Why is anybody interested in doing this? It's because it has some internet clout. It's because it has a thing, because it is a thing, because there was a thing. And some crazy person, like the guy who runs the Crazy Frog company, is going to think it has value. And some people, I personally don't understand this because it just rings with cringe, in my opinion. But there are some people with so much head don't mean the little head. I mean big head. I mean their physical ego, as it were. Um, their egos are so big that they're just like, if I just push this enough, or we get enough marketing behind this concept, we can make it big. And they're not wrong, because that can work. You throw $1 billion at a concept, you will probably win people over just by throwing money at them.
That's what
But
a lot
is
of
it organic?
that's what a lot
Hell
of
no.
that's what a lot of blockchains are doing right now when they have their
Right.
private
And
funding rounds.
is that wrong? I mean, it is wrong in the sense of it's falling into the realm of crypto bros. But who are we to judge? I mean this honestly. Who are we to judge what the metaverse is? If we get the article makes the point. If we get too cagey about this, then we're just going to shut people down. I mean, there's all kinds of freaking ass weird on the internet. Just think of 4chan, right? Is that wrong? It might be morally wrong, but is it ultimately? It might also be ultimately wrong. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, everyone's got their own unique perspective. I would like to be a little more open-minded about this. If it doesn't work, it won't work. I'm thinking of McDonald's NFT thing that they were doing with the McRib. Very cringy. I have no interest in that. But it's a thing, and maybe in 50 years when it still exists, maybe it will have some weird value
The McRib.
to someone, to some collector. And I don't want to put that down and say this is wrong. Now, child pornography as an NFT, that would be wrong. That would be very wrong. But these crazy microphones, if you like it, cool.
The metaverse. I just don't get it. All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Cryptolissa, thanks for hanging out with us. All right, Cryptonauts. Actually, let's do that. Jake, last closing plug.
Let's close out here. Appreciate everybody coming and listening on Anchor or podcasting platforms, as well as watching us on YouTube. If you want to catch us on our normal times, we post every Wednesday and Sunday. Sundays usually be a little bit less news like it is today, because this is Sunday. And if you appreciate our content, we appreciate a like. And if you want to get more of it from us, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates when we post. You can also check us out on Discord. Please join our Discord if you'd like to come have more fun with what we're doing. There's lots of stuff going on in the Discord channel about a lot of different coins, particularly Raven. We also have a market that we've recently put up for tokens. We're also on Patreon, which you can get more content like extra additional information about interviews, as well as Ask Me Anythings, and some additional token stuff, which we're currently promoting. And if you don't want to promote in those, pardon me, if you don't want to participate in those, you can always donate directly to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, or BAT, or Raven. All that information about all that stuff is in the description at the bottom below this video / audio.
Perfect. Yep. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right, Cryptonauts. Thanks for hanging out with us. Until next time, stack sats and hodl.